Welcome, I'm OGDuffy and this is something very new for my channel. Now normally I'm doing all the old retro game bits, the versus videos, my pickup videos, all that great stuff that's all retro game based. But alongside that, those that watch the channel will know because they see these every week and I'll change and flip them out and all that sort of stuff. So I'm a big comic book fan as well. So I'm going to start showing you guys a few pickups that I do with the old comic world, okay? And I'm also going to start giving a few little, what I think will be future collectibles, all right? Because there's going to be a good few out there. So we're coming to that. So stick around to the very end because I've got a bit of a speculative idea of what I think is going to be a collectible comic to get, all right? And it should be coming out next week, week after maybe. But anyway, don't worry about it. We'll get to it. Now, if you're not into comic books, fine. You might find something of interest that I cover, okay? And if you're a fan of art, especially the female form, you will really enjoy this because, hey, I pretty much buy me comics because I like what I see, all right? Now, I don't profess to be an all knowledgeable, knowing everything about the history of every single character and all that. I am just a fanboy at the end of the day. You guys, like the video games, will probably know a hell of a lot more than I do. And again, please share all your knowledge and information that you know about all of these discussion points in the comments. Thank you. And also, remember, hit that subscribe button because you don't want to miss these guys, all right, as I bring them out. So what I'm going to do first, to kick things off for the very first one, I'm going to show you a few recent pickups. So these were just right at the end of the of 2021, right in the end of December. I picked these comics up. And these were like a few of my favourites that I picked up from the month, okay? So first off, Metallica. Now, this was released a while ago, this comic, maybe a year, two, maybe even 3-4 years ago. And it's exactly the same cover. It's exactly the same artwork, all black and grey throughout, okay? And basically, it's the story of Metallica during the Black Album period, okay? I haven't read it yet, all right? But look at the sticker there. As you can see, this is the 30th anniversary of the Black Album. So that's why this has been re-released with that sticker thrown on it. And as being a Metallica fan, it's a band I've seen maybe, oh blimey, 12, 14 times now. I lost count. I loved Metallica. I still do like Metallica, but I did go off them a bit after the Black Album. I think they lost direction slightly, but I'm back into them now. And now I've got this, okay? This is Deathstroke Incorporated #1. So, this is done by a guy called Adam Hughes. Adam Hughes covers are usually quite collectible, all right? He's quite a popular artist. It's not bad artwork inside. It's your typical comic book stuff. But again, that's the sort of artwork I like, all right? It's sharp, it's clean, it's colourful. That's all good comics should be, you know? And again, that is an Adam Hughes cover. So quite often when he does the variant covers to comics, I find they're very popular. They usually go very well. And we're coming to one at the end in particular. Now this one is by an artist called Cho. Now, I'm going to show you some of Cho's work on the screen. Now, what Cho does, he got into a bit of trouble because he draws the female form very, very well. And as you can see by a few of these examples, he likes to put punchlines in and taglines. And quite often, especially the posterior, shall we say, gets him in a little bit of conflict. Like, for example, we've got this Red Sonja one here, which you just saw. This is another Red Sonja. Damn it, I hate wearing this metal bikini in a thunderstorm. And he brings these out quite often, and they're quite nice covers. I quite like them, and I like his style of art. I do like his style of art. I think he's got the feminine form very, very well, as Cho. Next up, Venom, #1 of this story arc. I don't know how many series in total now Venom's had, but just look at this cover. I love this cover, and this come out, and this is a really thick issue. There's loads and loads of stuff in this one. I mean, it's big pages. There's a lot of pages. I'm just looking for a page number for you guys, give you a rough idea. But I can't see them. I can't see any page numbers. But I can assure you it's a thick version. There's the artwork. Generally very nice. But it's that cover. I just love that Venom cover. For me, it did it for me. Next up is a Vampirella cover. Now, those that can see, I do like a bit of Vampirella. Got a nice little form on her as a character. Now this one though is different, and I'll tell you why I got this one and why I like this, and I'll show you the image shortly. This is by an artist called Alex Ross. Now this is the Alex Ross original form of this cover, and as you can see, he's sort of redone that cover, a retake on it, using Vampirella. Instead of the Joker and Harley Quinn, he's used Vampirella. And as you can see here from this photo, and me posing next to it, that's a print that me and my wife own, which is signed by Alex Ross himself. So I had to get that, didn't I? Be rude not to. Next up, now I've got 3 more covers I'm going to show you. These are my 3 favourite covers that I bought at the end of the year. There's this, right? This is Detective Comics 2001, the annual. Now just look at that. I think that artwork is absolutely superb. And I mean, it's Batman, obviously, with all the villains. But I'll tell you what I really like about it is that in the corner. And that is your Harley Quinn. But I just love the artwork of that. To me, it's like it's the sinister side of Harley, you know. It's because I do find she's got a bit, over the years, she's become a bit comical, like a bit of a joke character, but that is taking it back to actually, you know, proper serious Harley. Now I am a DC fanboy in terms of comics over Marvel, and the reason being, I just think the bad guys or the evil villains that are in DC are just far better than the villains of Marvel. It's a personal preference. Don't be hating on me though if you disagree, but let me know in the comments. But I just love the DC villains. I just think they've got so much depth to them, you know. This cover I thought was absolutely beautiful. It's Wonder Girl. This is issue number 6. I have got issue number 1 when it came out of Wonder Girl. I just think artistically, isn't that a lovely cover? I'm sold on the cover of that. So that's a nice cover. Should I put that in one of the frames? Would you like guys see that in future videos in the frame? Let me know in the comments. And finally, for this month of my pickups is Gotham City Villains Anniversary. And this is called Giant. I mean, look at that cover. This is my favourite cover in the month, all right? Again, it's DC. I've just told you guys I'm a DC fanboy. And look at the artwork on that. I mean, it's a lovely depth to it. I just there's something about that. I think that's absolutely pucker, you know. As you can see, I'm showing the covers in their proper form in case we get some reflection on that on there. Now this one is called Giant, and this is a Giant book. I mean, look, it's more like a trade paperback than it is a comic book. So look, there's bloody some pages in this. But what is really unique about this as well is the very first story in it. It's a collection of stories. It's called The Penguin Bird Cat Love. And it's actually written by Danny DeVito. Yes, the Danny DeVito who starred as the Penguin. So there you go, Gotham City Villains. Now, a lot of them, because they only just sort of come out the very end of last year, they may still be available in certain comic book shops if you make your way in there and have a look around and stuff, okay? If I had to speculate on any of them that I've just shown you, oh, I don't know which. I don't know if I would. Look, buy comic books because you like the look of them as well. But I'm now going to give you a bit of a guess, shall I say, what I think is going to become a collectible piece, which is either out next week or the week after. So jump on this when you can. Now, She-Hulk is a Marvel character. Has appeared on numerous storylines, story arcs in comic books and stuff, okay? But this is a character that has grown and grown and grown. But now she's got her own comic book coming out. And this is going to be issue 1 of She-Hulk. So jump on board with this one, guys. Now, I can tell you there's a massive amount of covers coming out with this. Now, with comic books, for those that don't know, you always get your basic cover, your standard cover, and then you get something called variant covers. And how variant covers work, to my knowledge, is you can get a 1 in 50 variant, 1 in 10, 1 in 25. And basically what that means is for every sort of one comic that's sold, or every 25 prints, for example, a 25 to 1 would be for every 25 copies printed, they'll print 1 of that variant. 1 in 50, for every 50 copies printed, they'll print 1 of that variant, etc. Now, She-Hulk is coming out with a massive number of, I think it's 19 or 20 variant covers on issue 1 alone. Now, obviously, these are going to be on different collectible levels, but if I were you guys, I would try and get yourself an issue 1, a standard issue 1, just to tuck away, you know. But if you get a variant, one of the variants I'm going for, which I've ordered, I pre-ordered it, is an Adam Hughes variant. Now, Adam Hughes historically has done variants throughout his career. You either love him or you hate him, but at the end of the day, there's more love for Adam Hughes than there is hate, trust me. For example, when Harley Quinn got her first, it was actually her second series of comic books, where she features the main character. He did a variant cover on the issue 1 of that, and it is this. It's a lovely piece, okay? And the value of that, when I was collecting Harley Quinn comics in particular, was through the roof, all right? I mean, we're talking hundreds. I don't know what the value of it is now, but I will look it up, and I'm putting it up there now, so I'll show you the recent eBay sales of it, etc. Might have dropped down a bit, I don't know. Sometimes these variants keep going up, and sometimes they come down a bit, etc. So that's my tip for next week or the week when this is released, all right? I'll put the date up there when it's due to be released, all right? So jump on board with that one, guys. Now, as I say, this has been my first one doing this comic stuff. I'm going to feature comic book news along with my pickups and along with my speculations and things in future episodes. So please do jump on board, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you know when I've uploaded new material. And if you've enjoyed this, give me a like and all that, and let me know in the comments what's your thoughts on this. Do you collect comics, or are you just a video game collector, stroke player yourself? And if so, you know, do you think you can cross over into a bit of comic book collecting as well? But again, I warn you now, be very careful. It can be very addictive, as can retro game collecting too. So if you're coming from the comic book angle or the video game angle, it's a great crossover, folks, and you're all welcome here, and let me have your comments. Cheers. I've been OGDuffy. You've been awesome. Until the next one, stay safe. If you watch the video and you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe for more great videos. Thanks for watching.